MYX in the Dark.
All right, so this is episode 198 of Spoiler Force Podcast. My name is Ricky, and thank you for tuning in. This week's guest, I have MYX in the Dark on the show, finally, to talk about her podcast and the scary stories that she talks about. I like him a lot because I'm Hmong, obviously, but the way how she tells the stories is really cool. And I actually, when I listened to your podcast, I binged it earlier this year because I was just like I was working at some other like factory type job, and I just sat down and was like reading prints all day. So I would listen to Reminisce, I would listen to like other podcasters, and I think I listened to one of the episodes that Reminisce did with you, and it just really like what how can I say it? Like, it intrigued me how you were talking about your stories and how you got into podcasting and stuff. So I did like a little deep dive, and I saw your following and all that. So that's pretty cool to see all that for you. So but for the folks who don't know Mayang, how did you get started with your show? Like, what is the premise of MYX in the Dark?
Hi, Ricky. Thanks for having me. That was like a lot in one bit.
I'm sorry. Just like off the top of my head, just like I'm so used to just having these long ass intros. Oh, by the way, you can also swear on the podcast, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you have like young followers here, so if you're
I know,
listening to this,
I do filter myself.
just so you know, this is an adult podcast, so your host is going to be swearing if she wants to.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I forgot the question already. You said, how did I start?
Yeah, how did you get started with MYX in the Dark? Like, what is it, and how'd you get started with it?
I didn't know what a podcast was. Even I was young. I didn't listen to podcasts. I was like, on YouTube. It was music for me. But I went on a really long road trip from Minnesota to California with my husband. Then he was my boyfriend, and it was just really long. We took like 3 days getting there. And during those 3 days, what kept us up and driving was talking about all of the scary things that have happened in our lives. And we're talking about like ghosts and, just creepy things that, yeah, it keeps you up. And so then I realized that I just knew a lot of cultural things and was able to explain a lot of those things for him. And then also we were listening to a bunch of other scary storytellers as well. And I was like, I could do that. And like, for me, it was just this search for the scariest story, because I think I probably overdid it. It was like 30 plus hours of us driving, and I know I listened to like probably every single scary story out there. And so yeah, starting this was more just my journey to finding the scariest story, but then also it's just like something I've always been interested in anyway. And then I happened to just turn it into a podcast. So this is like my side gig. I do it for fun. I do it when I have time, and it's been a journey. It's been fun.
Yeah, and usually with Hmong stories, man, like that stuff's always scary, but it's also so intriguing. There were some of the stories that you told, one in particular, like a lot of them's like in the Minnesota area, which is when I listen to this as like a third party, I'm just like, why are you people doing this still?
Yeah,
like you guys know,
Minnesota.
Yeah, like you guys know there's ghosts up there. You guys still antagonize these ghosts. Like I think that you talked about like in one of your short stories, like how you have to like lure the ghost away with something, and then like Hmong folks kind of just throw them in the random fishing areas or like in the forest, and they follow you back home. I'm like why can't y'all just like burn it? Like you guys can't find ways to like exterminate these ghosts like Ghostbusters or something. And so like a lot of these like Minnesota ghost stories in my head, I'm just like, wow, man, like you think these people would learn that don't mess with ghosts, and
right?
They still do it. So, but yeah, it's pretty like, I'm not like shaman or anything like that, but when I hear these stories, like it is pretty scary, man. Like just to know that the rituals that a lot of the shaman folks do, and like a lot of the black magic that's involved, like
right.
that brings up a lot of this like the spiritual stuff out there, but for the longest time I thought you were from California. I didn't know that you were from Minnesota. I don't know
Do I
why I
talk
thought
like
you were
I'm
from
from
California.
California? I don't know. Yeah, I'm from Minnesota. I was born and raised here, and I don't know, I've just been here. I don't know why you thought I was from California.
I don't
Maybe
know
because I
why.
work with Ling. Ling is from California.
Oh, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe that could be it. Rest in peace to Lang too.
Right.
We'll talk about that topic in a bit.
Yeah.
Um, but since you're from Minnesota, have you experienced anything like that? Like any of the scary stuff that you've talked about on your show?
I think personally, no. I have heard things, or I've seen things, but like I feel like I'm a skeptic myself, which is why like I'm part of it is just me doing this is just to explore and I'm just curious about it. But when I was little and Minnesota Hmong folks would know this lake, it's called Phelan Lake. Um,
That's for the Suni Lee
yeah,
statue, is that right? Yeah, yeah,
her
yeah.
head got stolen.
Yeah.
So whoever stole that, you need to come out.
Probably a ghost did it.
I know. So that particular lake has a lot of stories. There's stories of like dragons there. There's stories of like bunzongs there and stuff. But me personally, one day, I don't know how old I was, but I was little. But my sisters and I, we like to walk around Phelan a lot during that time. And one time we saw something really strange. And then as soon as we like happen upon it, we're like, oh, I know what this is. Don't touch it. It was just like a basket with like a doll in there and some joss paper and then some incense sticks. And so what that meant is that there's someone trying to not send off a spirit, but get rid of a spirit. Because usually what happens is like that doll is kind of like what do you call it? Like a fake, kind of like a fake version of yourself if you're the one getting followed. And so it's
Okay.
a fake version of yourself put into that basket and it's like sent off so that the spirit will follow it instead of following you home. And so we saw that and we're just like, okay, yeah, don't touch that. We're gonna keep walking and we're gonna forget about it. So that was the only thing that I saw from there. But there are other stories about like just dragons, things taking like if you're a girl and you're on your like monthly that you shouldn't swim in there because the dragons are gonna take your eggs, like just things like that. They're
Oh
all
my
things you
God.
cannot prove. So I don't know if I believe it. Like I said, I'm a skeptic. But like, yeah, I just hear a lot of things and I
That would be
question
like
it.
such an good excuse to get out of work. Like I swam in Fallon Lake
Oh
and
my goodness.
my eggs are stolen.
I know. I gotta go get them back.
I gotta say, just like a lot of these experiences as well. Like I grew up in a very Christian household, so very conservative,
Mhm.
very like Bible esque. But there's also like Christian folks who believe in the spiritual or demonic realm, as well as like the shamanistic side where there's like clashing ideals of like what's good and what's bad, which I
Mhm.
won't go into. I'm just bringing this up because like as a
Yeah.
Christian and like myself, like I knew people who like experienced these scary or like horrifying events. Even my dad experienced it before, and it wasn't so much like how Hmong folks experience it. Like he heard, like there was one time where he heard something like crawl like on the side of the wall panel, and it apparently spoke to him and he screamed, and I heard it. I heard him scream, but I didn't hear the voice of that. I heard him
Yeah.
scream. I was a kid at the time and it scared the hell out of me. But like when you tell these monk stories, man, like from whether it's from like Minnesota or from Thailand, like there's always like these common things that like a lot of monk folks see. When you talk about like punzong, right? So you see like
Mhm.
punzong, and you see like the inverted feet or like the long black hair or like
Right.
the little children. That's fucking scary as hell too. The
Anything with
kids on the side
kids.
of the road, So you haven't seen or experienced any of that, right?
No, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, the Thailand stories or like the motherland stories that you talk about, there's some good ones and some sad ones. I think there was one that stuck out to me was the one with like the woman who was following her, like I guess the boy into the forest. Like apparently
Mhm.
she knew him, and then like it ended up being like a sad story where like she moved
Yeah.
away, and then she saw him in the back of the crowd and never saw him again, only to realize like that was like the spirit of a dead kid that she knew.
Yeah, I think it was like her following a red cloth or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like creepy things like that.
But like, do those stories like get to you as well? Like not like scary, but like when you realize it's, oh man, this is like those sad dramatic stories.
Right,
that
like
have
this
like
is
all.
someone's truth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, this is someone's story, this is someone's truth. Um, I feel like sometimes it does get to me depending on what I have experienced. Um, but I try to stay very respectful of whoever gives these stories to me. Um, I don't know if I necessarily believe all of them, but because they have given it to me, I'm going to believe their truth. So that's just kind of where I stand.
do you filter out like stories at all? Like, do you like can you tell if one's like a Reddit post versus like an honest story?
I cannot tell if a story is true or false. I do filter. I feel like I stay away from like stories of dreams
Okay.
because they're not, it's like they're sorry, but they're dreams. They're dreams, they're not real life. If it was like a dream connected to your, your real life and affects you in a way, then maybe. But yeah, I filter out the dream stories. I've recently started to filter out the sleep paralysis stories just because I just have too many of those.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they happen to just be really short. The same thing always happens. You go to sleep, you freeze, so you see things, you wake up confused or scared.
I've had a few experiences
Oh,
myself.
really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have. At the time I had my dog with me, so she it was like Naruto, she like woke me up using her chakra, and I felt like
Mm.
that's what helped me like get out of the I guess the sleep paralysis. But yeah, I feel like a lot of Hmong folks go through that, but it's also like maybe it's your health as well.
Mhm.
Because like sometimes I
Yeah.
get like if I drink too much, and sometimes I feel like I get shortness of breath when I'm sleeping, and that kind of scares
You're
me
like
sometimes.
dying in your
Yeah,
sleep.
like it's pretty scary. Like so
Mhm.
maybe it could be health related as well. So for the Hmong folks out there who are getting
Right.
a sleep paralysis, check your health. You might have like high
Right.
cholesterol or something.
Right. There's that to check as well. So
Now, has your husband experienced anything like?
we like to joke that I took away his power. So
Oh, okay.
he he used to, so his mom is a shaman, we call her a retired shaman because she don't really
Okay.
practice anymore. Um but before I came into his life, he used to have dreams, and he would have dreams of relatives before they pass. It's like this is like a day before they pass, and it's like I don't know if they're coming by to say bye to him or letting him know that they're gonna go, but just things like that. And then he has a really good I guess like a sixth sense where he can just sense things around, like something if something is negative, he'll be like, I don't like this area, or just things like that. And then ever since I came into his life and started telling scary stories, we joked that I took that away from him. And I took all of his powers and I kept it for myself. Because now I am the one dreaming about people when they are going to pass, like the next day. I
Oh
am the
shit.
one who, like, I sense things, and I don't see things ever. But I maybe, like, I don't know, like I just sense energies.
Do you feel like it could be due to like your curiosity of the paranormal?
I think so. It's definitely it because I've never had any of this before I started the podcast. And then it was like after that, I was like, oh dang, something's out to get me.
Do you ever like freak yourself out reading these stories? I know you said that you're trying not to read them or do your episodes so much at night anymore.
Mhm.
Do you still feel like there are things lurking, or or is it just yourself like psyching yourself out?
It's both. Before I just realized I do this when you sent the questions and I was like reflecting on it. But before a recording session, either in my head or out loud, I would say something along the lines of, I'm about to tell a story. If it's about you, don't stay here, just things like that,
Right.
like don't stay here. If you're listening, that's fine, but at the end of the story you need to leave. Like I say that in my mind, I say that sometimes I say it out loud. If it's a really scary story, I say it out loud. If it's just like your generic, I'll do it in my head, and then I kind of just take a really deep breath, and then I just go.
Like, you don't like do like salt throwing or anything? Set
I
out salt?
don't.
No.
A lot of people have said that I should probably cleanse
In your
daily.
podcast area?
I know.
Cleanse your office all
I
the
I
time?
don't. I don't. And partly because, like I said, I'm a skeptic before I'm a believer, and so yeah, I try to find reasonable solutions first.
Has there been you talked about like reading some scary story, like scarier stories on your show. So
Hmm.
has there been any that like really stuck out to you that like when you read them, it kind of like I guess China like after reading it?
Hmm. There are a few stories that um I recorded and I couldn't put out there
Oh,
because yeah,
you should do a
because
Patreon for
they're
those.
just they're just really weird. Like it just gives
Okay.
me a really weird vibe. And so I'm getting chills right now.
You don't gotta break down the stories. It's just
If
like
something's around. Just kidding. But yeah, like there are stories where I have heard where I'm just like, or I'm recording it, and as I'm recording it, my mic would stop, or like just just really weird things that are not normal in my recording. Like I always record fine, but when I'm recording these stories, there would be things like my mic's not working, or my headphones they run out of batteries all of a sudden. Just like really random things like that, nothing like turns on or off or none of that, but it's just like I feel like the batteries in my technology are like draining. And when that happens, I just kind of like, okay, like I got quits. I'm not gonna record this story. Yeah, so it
I
has happened.
I give you props for that, man, because like usually like tech with mics and stuff like that, electronics tend and you can kind of get like the like essence of what's there. You know, and people use white noise to hear things and stuff like that. So I
Mhm.
think one of my biggest fears is like working on something and like hearing something in my headphones, like
That's
on the
true.
audio or something. You know, like I have really good hearing, so I hate. I would hate the idea of hearing something like lurking in the back or like when I'm editing or chopping audio and you hear something
I'm
like
totally like that too. Like I would like I need someone next to me, whether it's my kids or my husband. Like you need to be right there while I'm listening to myself. There have been a few times where I've recorded and I would catch not voices, but like thumps that I didn't hear before, or like knocks that I wouldn't hear. And it's like it's usually right before a scary scene. I keep it in there. It's like you got some yeah, all of my I have a list of my videos that I called what do I call it? The not the haunted series. The cursed my cursed episodes. So I put it in my cursed episodes because like when I'm it all it means is that like when as I was recording those episodes, I felt something, or I sensed something around, or I got like really bad chills during that time of recording. And so I compiled it into a list, and if people want to, go for it, like that's the list to go to if you want to get haunted.
and that's on your YouTube channel, right?
It is, yeah. I made a
Okay.
list for it. They're not all scary, like super scary stories, but it's more like the feel while I was recording that
Okay.
it just felt off.
Now,
Hmm.
is this only with monk stories, or do you get chills when you read like other people's like whether it's like white folks or Hispanic
Hmm.
folk stories? Like, do you feel like there's a difference, or do you think there's a connection between the monk stories because you're Hmong?
Hmm. I guess I don't remember.
Okay.
But I would say more so the Hmong stories. Like I remember the Hmong stories the most. So maybe just the Hmong stories. I'm not sure. There's been a lot of stories, and so if I remember, I just put it into that list. There's a
I,
mix. There's really
I
a
mean,
mix.
that's how I feel. Like when I hear the monk stories, like when I hear like the other stories that are like non-monk stories, they don't sound as scary because in my head I'm like playing it out like, oh, this is like The Conjuring or Insidious.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but when it's like monk stories, it kind of feels more rooted just because it's a cultural thing. And
Mm-hmm.
if you grow up in a Hmong household, you kind of know these, like, kind of know the basics of what these things are.
Yeah, it's a little
And so,
creepy.
yeah. So, and what's kind of messed up too is like how sometimes folks would like scare you with it. Like how, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think growing up as a kid, like even in a Christian household, like folks would be like, hey, they would use things like that to scare you so that you would fall in line. And versus like, it kind of like it doesn't pay off well. Like it makes I think as an adult it makes me more scared now. Like even to this day, I'm still scared of the dark. Like I can't
Mm-hmm.
I can't like sit in the dark too long, I'll start freaking myself out. Like, oh shit, am I seeing a figure? And it's just like my chair with clothes on it or something, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, so you've had other people on your show as well. Like you've had, I think, what, students on, and you had other guest readers on the show. Can you talk about like how that started too? Like, is that something you're going to continue doing, or was that just like in the moment?
Yeah, it's more like in the moment when I think I do that when I need a break
Okay.
from all the scary stuff. And so I usually invite my friends or people who just have stories. Um, and yeah, oh, I guess there's not like because like I'm not moving forward with that. That's not really my content.
Okay.
And like I said, I do that when I need a break from all the scary stuff.
And you had Lang as a guest, right? Doing that?
I did.
Okay.
We did a collab. This is when I started, and you know how like okay, I don't know about you, but this is me. When I started, I made every single person I know like subscribe to me, like and subscribe, right? But then I realized that they're not going to come back. Like people who are not interested in your content, I feel they're not going to come back. And that was what I wanted, is that people keep coming back to listen to stories, you know, at their own will, not me forcing them to do it. And so I really looked up to Ling. And so I talked to him about it. And I said, I really, you know, first of all, I need your help. I need you to collaborate with me because you have a lot of listeners who like things that I like, you know? And I know you do your episodes in Hmong, but for my favorite, I would love for you to do an episode with me in English. And so I worked with him and also Tails from the Abyss. And I think he's been silent for a little bit, so I don't know where he is. But it was really fun working with them and getting to know how they work, how they do their work. And I think I learned a lot from just Ling personally during that time that I was trying to, you know, get out there and trying to just you know be a podcaster. So he was a big stepping stone, I feel, in my podcasting.
That's awesome because like
Yeah.
I when I started the show, my mom was a big fan of his stuff. And I think I started in 2019, so I was like at the time it was towards like almost 2020, and I was I was starting to get guests on the show, and I was like, Mom, who do you think I should get as a guest? Because I was working on getting Hmong guests first before I started branching out and doing the stuff I do now. And
Hmm.
so my mom was like, you should get Lang on the show. He does the scary stories and stuff. But I was kind of intimidated because I was like, he speaks Hmong, right? My Hmong is kind of garbage. I don't think I could talk to him properly on the show. So I never reached out to him because of that. And but then he would always post like I guess on those Hmong Facebook groups, he would always post like his stats and like how to
Hmm.
monetize and steps to how to grow your channel, which I liked a lot.
Hmm.
I love that he did that for like the Hmong content creators and stuff like that. And so yeah, up until when he passed away, I was just distraught because like man, I
I
really wanted him on
know.
the show at one point. Like
Aw.
I was hoping like maybe one day I can have him on the show just to talk about like his not just his podcast, but just how he did his content creating because like I learned a lot from him about him from my mom.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was pretty sad to hear the news of that. And that's why I wanted to talk about it with you because you got to work with him. So did you ever get to meet him at all, or was it just
No,
online?
it was all online, email. We never actually like even like face chat with each other. It
Okay.
was all through email and just emailing our content back and forth. We did have plans. So before he kind of told or went public that he's sick, we talked about I was going to make that trip because I always go to California, and so I was going to make a trip to do an episode with him, live and in person, you know. Um, but we never got to it. And so I don't know, I feel so sad about it. And not just like a lost episode, but like just getting to actually meet him.
Yeah.
Because like I really like I looked up to him and I still do. So I look up to him. And that road trip that I talk about, like that I always talk about before starting this podcast, like he was one of the main people that I listened to, and so I was really sad.
Yeah, that was a big loss for a lot of like
Yeah.
for the Hmong community in general, just because of the work he did. And I don't know, I regret it not reaching out to him. Like I because at the time he was still growing. He wasn't like as big as he was at that when I think around before COVID. He wasn't
Hmm.
as big yet. I think once COVID came, that's when he really blew up. Everyone was listening to his stuff, and so
Yeah.
yeah, I regret that big time. But you
uh
also got to collaborate with other podcasters again, like Reminisce, and that's all I can think about. Was there any other podcasters like you've
I think it was
collaborated
just
with?
yeah, I think it was just Reminisce that was like the main people that I always talk to or collaborate with. There were others, but Reminisce. So actually, we 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 chatted with each other um before I feel like before people even knew me.
Mm.
So we knew me as in like 1,000 subscribers, you guys. That's really tiny. But like, like before I even like made this a big thing, I talked to him a lot, or the main guy who's Vince.
Yeah,
Vince has had like a few different partners come into his podcast, but I think I call him the main guy. Yeah, he's the CEO of Reminisce. And so we talked a lot about just I think just ways to collaborate. Didn't know how because our content were so different from each other. And then we talked about how we can get to collaborate with other people. And then this is where our event come into play, is that we actually need to meet other people out there that are doing, similar content so that we can collaborate with each other, or get to know each other, or get ideas from each other even. And so yeah, Reminisce. They're very down to earth people. They joke all the time, but I appreciate that. I feel they have a line. They have a line that they don't cross, and they keep it that way.
that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
like the creators event you guys hosted early this year looked really interesting too. You guys had a bunch of different content creators, from like podcasters to just like short form creators, and like I think there were some musicians and artists there too, like Hmong artists there too.
Hmm.
How was that event? Like just during that weekend, like was it pretty packed? You guys were like just all trading ideas and stuff like that?
It was good. I don't remember the number, but we had a really good turnout. We had a full house. We had to add more chairs to our area, but it was good. We basically kind of did like we had our panel members who talked about, like, they just talked about their experiences and um tips for content creators. And then we moved into a session where people could talk to each other and network that way. And then after that, they could, if they wanted to, they could go out for drinks to just further those conversations. I do feel like a lot of people enjoyed it. However, like, I guess in the future, I would want to host sessions that would help them in a way. And I'm talking about, like, not like trainings, but like just more
Like a
productive.
class?
Yeah, like more productive sessions where they can actually bring out their work and do something with it, or like just get ideas from each other that way, where they can pull out their work
Okay.
and do it that way, versus sitting through a
More like a meet and
panel.
greet style.
Right, like, yeah, versus that, like, I just want it to be more, like, extremely interactive and productive in a way where they could pull out their work to have someone else look at it,
Okay.
and someone else give their ideas and trade ideas, I guess.
I guess that
So
could come
it's
off like a little bit intimidating though. Like, I would be nervous as hell. Like I'm talkative now, but I think in person, like I would not speak. I would be very shy in person.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's that's why, like, I think it's cool for those events that you guys do that, but I don't know. I got invited to it from I got invited to the first one from what's his name? Pocket Tails.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Texas too. I was living in
Yeah.
Texas at the time,
Oh,
and yeah,
sure.
yeah, I was living in Texas at the time, and he invited me to. He's like, "Hey, did you want to go to this event in Minnesota? Because that's where we're having like all these content creators." And that's how I discovered Reminisce, and then that's how it rabbit hole down to how I found you. So like because of that event, I was like, I'm not sure because I I don't have the money to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
apparently he made like a 1 day trip. He went to
Yeah, he
Minnesota and came
did.
back.
He's a trooper.
Yeah, I was like, I give you props, man. I cannot do that. I because
Yeah.
I if I went to Minnesota, I have too many family members up there. I'd have to
Mhm.
make like a 6 day trip just to spend
Mhm.
time with family and all that. But yeah, it seemed interesting at first, and then to see how big this event's grown, like I give you guys props for hosting panels and creating ideas and stuff like that. So, um,
Yeah.
was there you gave away shirts during
I
that weekend too,
did.
right? Was those are those exclusive, like just like event only shirts?
They are exclusive. So, Two reached out to me. So his Instagram name is Tudini. He reached out. He has done shirts for me once before, just as a trial, but this time around, he wanted to gift 5 t-shirts. Actually, he didn't even know about this event that was happening, and he wanted to gift 5 t-shirts for me to just give out. And so I don't know, like on my end, I felt like why like I want to accept your t-shirts, but I feel like I want to do something more with that and not just like I could easily just give them out. And so I told him that I would promote him during this event if we could raffle it out and that will just be a way to just kind of get his name out there. And so he was so kind. He gave extras just because it was for this type of event, and yeah, those t-shirts are exclusive. I don't even have one.
Damn.
I know. I
You
don't
gave
even
away
have
your
one.
copy of the shirt?
It's fine.
Did you
He
at
made
least
me
sign them?
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should
You
have.
should have signed them. All these monk
I
folks
didn't
are so
think
obsessed with like
okay, I didn't think I was that cool, so I was just like, "Oh, here you go, shirts."
you never know. You're close to 10K subscribers already. You might pop off.
I know.
Because like all the monk folks up in Minnesota are like obsessed with like trading cards and like
That's true.
grading things. Imagine like they grade your shirt like it's like a 9 out of 5 or something, or 9.5 out of 10 or something like that. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
dope.
I know like people have asked me for merchandise and I've thought about it. But Bert Lee, he's one of our panelists. He said something that like just really stuck to me. And so sorry Tudini if I didn't reach out to you yet. I'm just still thinking about it. But Bert said that just because you have a bunch of followers doesn't mean that they're not going to buy your stuff, Like you have to have a story behind it. You have to have a reason for doing it. And at the moment I feel like if I was to put out merchandise, it's just me trying to sell merchandise, and I feel like I need a reason for it.
Yeah.
Like what am I going to do with this money? I don't know. If I had a reason for the money, if I had a reason to sell merchandise, then I think I would go and do it. But like I don't know, just at the moment I just feel like why do it? If you get what I mean, like I want it to be meaningful, and I don't want it to just
Right.
be
Not
me
just like
making
push
money.
off like not just push off a brand or something like that. I
Yeah.
get that because I was trying to I tried to like make shirts or some exclusive stickers and stuff like that before. Didn't really pan out for me just because I only had like a select few followers that were like my usual followers, and I just gave it to them. I was like, yeah, you guys listen to me all the time. You guys keep
There you
it.
go.
No, but
Yeah, I
I
do like
get that
that.
point too though, because you don't want to like have all this extra stock, and if you don't sell, you just wasted
Yeah,
all that
you
money.
wasted your money. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want a really good reason for it. So I haven't found a good reason yet. So yeah, I won't do it yet.
Have you I guess maybe thought about investing more into like because like, right now your format for your podcast is just audio, right? So
Hmm.
even on YouTube it's audio. There's visuals, but it's not like an actual
Right. It's really just a
video.
picture.
Yeah, yeah. So you never thought
um,
about expanding on that, like maybe making it more like more visually
mhm.
exciting?
Right. Dang it, it's boring.
No,
I'm trying to sell the stories here. I have thought about videos. I don't know. I guess my problem with it is that like I don't want I don't want my face to be mixed in the dark, because I like Mix in the Dark is I feel like it belongs to the community even. Like
Okay.
I'm really just the voice. I just tell the stories. They're not my stories. I tell the stories from people who they give it to me, trusting me to do good work with it. And so I really think about that. And like part of the reason why I'm wearing these funny sunglasses, part of the reason why I don't show my face or I don't care to is because like why? Like why do you need to see me when these are the stories that you should keep and not so much what I look like. And so I don't know. Like I do want to expand. I haven't figured out how yet.
Maybe like do some animations or something like that.
Yeah, speaking of, I did want like I eventually want to work with, I don't know if you've seen MV Horror.
No,
She tells stories kind of like I do. But
she's Hmong too.
she has animation to it. And I think she does it herself. See, I'm not that talented, so I can't do my own animation, but I could collab with people to do animation. I know you do a lot with anime. I want to do like a manga version of the stories at some point, but I haven't found someone who would take risks with me. So there's that. I have lots of ideas, but I feel like they're like premature ideas. Like they're just ideas, and I haven't thought too deeply into it yet.
I mean, that's a good way to start, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's honestly like there's so many Hmong artists out there too, especially in Minnesota. Like, I've seen a lot of them like go out to like conventions and stuff like that. I know like
Mhm.
maybe they're not more like manga styled artists, but I know that they do like sell art and sell stuff like that. So maybe you can collaborate with one of them and get like maybe
Mhm.
find maybe you can collaborate with artists like that. That way they get their art pushed out. Oh, like we seen your artwork on MYX In The Dark and da 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 and all that. But the manga idea is pretty cool because you brought that up. There's actually a manga that I was gonna bring up because it's an
No way.
hilarious manga. It's Miruko-chan. She's like she's a girl with sixth sense and she can see ghosts and stuff. It's absolutely hilarious. But I just thought it was funny because like you telling stories and how Hmong folks a lot of it stems from like kids seeing this stuff, right?
Mhm.
It's kind
Mhm.
of scary. Um, yeah, I just thought that was funny, like how in this manga this girl can see ghosts and they just her her adventure of like not even an adventure, it's just her being freaked out by all the ghosts and then like each story or each episode that happens, there's like a ghost with a story that she has to solve. And it just gets funnier and funnier from there because it gets serious and it gets funny. And her friends get involved. There's a girl who's like in there that thinks that like she's trying to be like her, like trying to see ghosts, and then she's also like intimidated or like she wants to compete with Miroko, and then Miroko has a friend who's drawing ghosts to her because she has like I guess too much positive energy, so the ghosts are attracted to that. So they
Okay.
drain her of that energy, so she's constantly eating. It's funny as hell.
Miracle Chan.
Yeah, it's
I'm writing these things
oh
down.
yeah,
I'm
definitely,
writing
definitely,
ideas and whatever you give me.
yeah. There's also like I don't know if you follow like Junji Ito. He did like
Hmm.
Uzumaki and like the kind of those are more horror esque manga, but it's more like grotesque style art because
Mhm.
it's more about the visual.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's that, and then of course the shonen tropes like Jujutsu Kaisen and I think there was Bleach is a big one with
Yeah.
ghosts. Yeah, I made a post like a month or two ago, and I was like, I think monk folks would do well in Jujutsu Kaisen just because like it's so similar, like cursed energy and like reverse cursed energy that can heal each other from with that
Mhm.
with your powers and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I thought that was a pretty cool concept. But
Interesting. I keep
yeah,
hearing about that one because I work with kids, and one day this kid asked me to write that name, Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I looked it up and like like Jiu-Jitsu, like I'm there trying to like Google it and trying to write it, and then finally I find it, and he was like, oh yeah, that's it, that's the guy, and I was like, you watch these things like you're like a little kid.
yeah, it's pretty gruesome for a shonen anime.
Okay.
But you should definitely
That's
watch it
good.
if you like the horrors. Like it's not so much scary, but it's just like
Yeah.
the premise and like the story itself. Like it's built on like cursed energy and
Hmm.
spirits and stuff like that. And pretty much the heroes are fighting off the spirits, and the story itself is phenomenal. I love it. I read the manga. I think
Okay.
there's season 3 is gonna drop next year, but then they're doing like a movie theater release this week.
Oh,
As
sure.
as we're recording, they're releasing it this week, and I already bought tickets to go
Wow.
see it.
Oh my god.
And
Dang,
then there's
that's like Demon Slayer with me. I haven't seen the second movie yet because I have kids, like I can't go anywhere. But I'm so jealous of people who have gone. Like I just
oh, your kids are not
don't
old
do
enough to watch
anything.
Demon Slayer?
They're not. So I have a 4-year-old and then I have a almost 1-year-old. And so like not trying to talk about them, but they just get in the way. They just get in the way. Like I just can't go because I have to watch them. You know, you got to watch your own kids these days.
I'm surprised. You haven't come across any spoilers yet, have you? Because spoilers were
I
crazy.
I try to like scroll really fast past to all the spoilers. Like Reminisce, I think Vince, he's gone to watch it, and I'm just like, don't talk to me. Do not talk to me about it. Don't say anything. He hasn't yet. He's really respectful.
Yeah, I usually give like a week, and then once that week passes, I'm dropping spoilers just because like it's
So
on
funny.
you as the person to go watch the
Oh
show.
my god. This is why I keep skipping. I'm just like, do not
Well, I'm
tell
not
me.
terrible though. Like some people like spoil it night of. Like I think in
Mm-hmm.
like Japan had to make like a announcement like, hey, we're gonna sue you guys if you guys
Oh my
drop any of this
goodness.
content
That's a
online
thing?
because yeah, they were like copywriting people and all that stuff. So like I think folks were
Yeah, good for
putting leaks
them.
online, and yeah, it's insane because Japan gets the drop first, and then like it spreads out to like internationally. So like the US would get it like a
Mm,
few months after, but because of the internet, folks in Japan were like recording
right.
snippets of it and releasing it on Instagram, so everyone saw spoilers. So that's why I tell everyone like read the manga because that way you don't
Mm-hmm.
get surprised by what's happening.
Mm. Yeah, I have not read the manga, and I probably should. But I'm only into anime because my husband is, and he kind of introduced me to it. This is all during COVID, you know, when you're bored and at home and you got nothing to watch. So like he showed me a lot of anime, like Attack on the Titan, those guys with
Oh,
the man
do you like that one?
eating.
Down, that's my favorite anime. Attack on Titan is
I didn't finish it. It was too long
okay.
for me. Too
Too
long,
long.
but
Oh my god. No,
it,
you need to watch it
I
because
don't
it's
know.
so good. It is so
Oh
good.
man. Now I have to go. Okay, now I have to watch from like episode 1 because I already forgot what happened. Same with My Hero Academia. Like it was really, really good, and then it just got too long. I was like, man, what is going on now?
Well, they're almost done. They'll be done by the end of this year. So
Oh,
you'll
dang.
have time to
So
binge
I
it.
have to I have to go back and watch it. Okay, just for you.
I'm pretty sure the students you teach are into My Hero. That's like a very
Probably.
like children-esque show because
Yeah.
they're all in school. So yeah, that's like the modern Naruto right now.
I have not seen Naruto.
You haven't. Oh
I
man,
have
you are
not.
Mix. You are missing out on so much good
It just
anime.
seems so long. Like I know it's really good. Like I believe it. I trust it. You know, my gut tells me that is good. My problem is that like if I start watching something that I'm just gonna keep watching it and I'm gonna forget my chores, I'm gonna forget about
Uh
my kids, I'm gonna forget to do my work. Like that's my problem.
yeah,
Is
that's
that
me too.
I binge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me too. Like I'll like it's certain shows I'll watch weekly, but like if it's already like a series that's done, I will
Hmm.
binge that all day. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
scary. That's a scary story right there.
that is.
Binging.
You should definitely like record yourself watching anime, seeing like, oh my god, what I didn't do today besides watch anime.
Right. I did this all day, all week, all month. Yeah, it's yeah. I cannot.
That'd be pretty cool. Like maybe side thing to do. You watch like horror animes and talk about it on your show since it's like under that same umbrella. Draw
Mhm.
some more nerdy fans. Like, oh man, she's talking about scary anime.
That's true. That's true. Writing these things down.
Now, since you brought up like you teach, do your kids know that or the kids you teach know that you're like an online presence? Like they know like, oh, my teacher's a podcaster too.
I don't tell them.
No, okay.
Some of them figure it out, but then they kind of know that I like to keep it a secret, and so they're really surprisingly like they're really good at not telling other folks. But I think my biggest like the funniest moment for me was during distance learning, right? And so we did everything online. And then at one point I had to record my voice reading an article for them. And as I was reading and like they're playing it, and like in class, I'm just there watching them, making sure they do their work. One of the kids unmute and goes, "You're MYX in the Dark." And I was like, "What are you talking about? This is like school. I'm not associated with that right now." And I was like, "Why do you say that?" And it was like, "Your voice is exactly the same." And I was just like, "Okay, yeah, if you caught me." But I feel like they have to hear me through a recording for them to like a reading recording for them to be like, "Oh yeah, you're that girl." And
Have you
so
ever
yeah.
been have you ever been noticed in like public before? Like, has folks ever recognized you?
Yeah, they don't recognize me, but they recognize my voice. So I've been noticed a few times. At school, it's me yelling in the hallway. So I was like yelling in the hallway one day. Man, bless those girls' hearts. I was like, get in line, doing whatever I needed to. And then these two like high school girls, I don't teach high school, so I think they were just like passing by. And they were like, wait, you're that one girl. You're that one girl. And then I was just like get to class. Like I was just so mean to them. I was like, "What are you talking about? Get to class." And there, I just felt so mean. And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Oh, you probably recognize my voice. I'm sorry." Yeah, just funny things like that. I've also had, I think once they figured out that one of them figured out I worked at the school that I work at. And so during conferences, there was like a big like group of high schoolers that came through. They came through the I work in 3rd grade during that time, and so they came through the 3rd grade wing. There's like 8 of us, and they're like going through every single door trying to figure out, who is in which room. And on our doors, we also have our names on it. And then I happened to just be like out, so I wasn't in my room. And like I come back to like this huge group of kids, and I'm just like, "What are you guys doing outside my door? Like, get out! I got parents." I'm probably like so grouchy to the
Like,
they're
she's
probably like,
not as nice on the
"Mix
podcast.
the Dark is grouchy."
She's so mean.
I know. But like, like this is one of the reasons why I don't put myself out there is because like I have to work. I have a personal life and I don't really want it to mix. Even though my name is Mix and MYX. But yeah, like it's been fun.
You ever thought about like doing a how let's say like maybe it's too expensive, but like soccer tournament has like booths and stuff like that, right? You ever thought about like collaborating with like other content creators and like doing booths like that, or like a vendor type booth? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Mhm.
I did that with some artists in Texas too. Like when I'd go to cons and I'd help them out, but then as I help them out, I promote my show out
Hmm.
there at the conventions. Have you thought about doing something like that?
Well, I guess I'd have to question, does that help you personally as a creator?
Sometimes,
Because if it
depends on
does, I
which
will.
depends on which event. Because like
Mhm.
I preferred smaller conventions just because it's more like close, like that people walk around, and it's not like those big conventions like at a big center, or like a big venue where they don't
Mhm.
even see you. But it varied. Like I said, it varied. I mostly helped out like artists at like that do like fan art and stuff like that, or like my cousin in Texas, he draws too. So whenever he had a booth, I'd go and help him out. And then whenever there was downtime, I'd just walk around and pass out cards, or like just ask guests there to say, hey, I have a show. Would you like to be on the show to be interviewed? I guess it'd be different for you though, because you don't interview people on your show,
Yeah,
but
I
you do
don't.
collaborate. So I don't know, maybe you could find something there.
I do. I know. I do like to keep connections. I think more so for ideas or more so for. I like to keep people in my back pocket for future collaborations, just for connections, for ideas, things like that. Um, but I have thought about that. I also think about like, can I do all those things online? And the answer is yes, I could do all those things online. So I guess there's like a lot of there's different parts to it. And I think at the moment I wouldn't, only because I don't know, like big events kind of scare me. Big events kind of scare me a little bit because I don't like, first of all, like I already have hidden. And so like I'm scared to put myself out there, even though I do want to get out there. Um if I think if to answer your question, like if there was an opportunity to do so, I think I would, just to make connections more so.
Because I know like Chef Yeah and like the No Eggs podcast people, like they did like live recordings and stuff
Mhm.
like that. That's something you'd consider. I don't know how that would work for you since like, you're just telling
Yeah.
stories. Would you like I'm just picturing like you in a dark setting and like a little bit of lights
Like
and just
like
reading a
hidden.
script. Yeah. Like a
I
live
have
recording.
yeah, I have thought about those things. I wanted to do things like go to the Stanley Hotel to do recordings, and it's not so much like me trying to ghost hunt, it's me telling the history of stuff. I'd love those
Okay.
things, like just knowing the history of places, and just being there, telling the stories of that area. So I have thought about those things. It just happened, it hasn't happened yet. And I think it's because like I got pregnant twice. And so like it's tricky with kids around because then like there's just a lot of moving parts that you have
Yeah.
to deal with first. Like you have to prioritize first before you can do this. And like I said, this is kind of like my podcasting is something that I enjoy doing, but it's still my side gig. Like it's still just something I do on the side for fun because I just enjoy doing it. So I keep doing it. But it's actually not like my main thing or my main focus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
completely. Yeah, I think that goes for most people who have like
Mhm.
podcasts or that are content creators. Like this stuff I do here is just a side thing, like a hobby. It started off as a hobby, and then I started investing money
Exactly.
into it. So now I can't back down
I
because
know.
how good
We're
money it
kinda
is.
stuck.
uh, yeah, then that's good. Like at least you have these ideas in mind. Were there any other, I guess, creators or creatives that you'd like to work with that you've met or haven't met?
I really wanna talk to shamans. I
Oh,
think
just like
I'm
in
just
general, like just like
in general, I wanna talk to the older shamans and then the more modern shamans, only because I have seen, like, there's just been a big shift in how things are done, a big shift in, ways that it's done, and so I think for me, when I do things, it's just me being curious or interested in those things. I don't know. I feel like I try not to do things for show. It's just my curiosity because this is a hobby. This is like a side thing that I do. I do it more so for myself. Sorry, viewers. But it's like it's a chance for me to learn. And so if I was to work with someone out there, I think I really want to just hear from shamans, from mediums, from people who have worked in that field, just to see what their experiences are, hear from them, and like just kind of their views on all of these things, because I have my views, but then like just seeing their views, I feel like I haven't found the right time to do that. For me, everything is timing.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's no, that makes sense too. And I don't know. I think for me, it just like if I was to ever meet someone like that, I think the first thing that they'd tell me is like, "Why do you joke about this stuff when
Mm.
you're not supposed to joke about this stuff?" Because
Ugh, guilty.
because I don't purposely make light of this stuff. I know it's serious, but I make
Right.
light of it because like it makes me uncomfortable. I had to make it funny
Yeah.
so that I can be comfortable in it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So that's why I'm constantly like making jokes and like saying stupid shit. Like I don't mean it. I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just like because that stuff's real. It's true. But yeah, as we get towards the end of this recording, I'm glad I got to talk to you finally and get to know you a little bit
Mhm.
more. This has been great. For folks who want to follow you, Mix, how can they do that?
I'm you can easily find me. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. If you
Okay.
listen to Apple Podcasts, yeah, Apple Podcast, Spotify, basically anywhere. If you search up Mix in the Dark, you should be able to find me. If you want to reach out to me personally or share stories, then that would be on my Gmail account, which is just mixedinthedark@gmail.com. Um, I'm a pretty I want to say I'm approachable. Like, don't be intimidated by me, even though I tell scary stories. Like, I got like some little boo boos behind me. Like, that's my vibe right
They
there.
might think you might yell at
I'm
them in
not.
person.
I mean, they are apparently they are haunted. So I don't know. You know, have you heard those stories about haunted labubus?
Yeah, it's supposed to like
Like they're the
they
devils.
resemble like demonic stuff and stuff like that, and people are like going crazy for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have 12 of them. Nothing has happened, but this is like I'm just saying that I'm pretty lighthearted. I'm an easygoing person. If you need to talk to me, talk to me. If you need to reach out. I'm pretty easygoing.
And for your podcast, is it still? Are you still like just releasing episodes when you can? There's nothing consistent, right?
Yeah. It used to be like once a week, and then I had kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now it's just as I can. I do try to get at least 2 episodes out per month, just so that I have some consistency. But you know, life happens, and sometimes you have to wait. But yeah, that's the goal. I still like telling stories. I still read stories. I have episodes ready. It's just a matter of when I can record it and when I can record it successfully, without kids around. Like today, I had to like push my husband and my kids out to in order to do this. I was like, "You guys are not invited today. Like, you gotta get out." And so they're probably at Target or something, just like shopping around for an hour.
Well, that's very nice of your husband to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just have to adjust. But I
That's
try to release
awesome.
when I can. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have like all your links and everything in the show notes and all that, so folks can find you and follow you and like and subscribe to your YouTube channel.
I know.
Make sure to subscribe. My God, all these non-followers. Uh,
Oh my god. I'm just kidding.
but yeah, this has been fun, Mix. Thank you so much for being on the show. I absolutely love talking to you about this stuff. It was great to finally like get to know you as a person versus just like hearing you telling stories.
Right.
This is definitely fun. Yeah, make sure you check her out on like her previous interviews too, with Reminisce and like her works with Lang. And have you done any like that's it, right? No other interviews, or we talked about a little bit,
Um,
but like any other?
Not so much. I've done some on No Eggs. I try not to like I honestly try not to interview so much.
Ah,
Yeah, so sorry. People have reached out. I have rejected a few, a bunch. And it's I don't know, it's just because like I'm just me. Sorry.
that's okay.
I'm like
At least
the
you got to be on
viewers.
my.
I know. I'm like the viewers. I'm here for the stories. Like you don't even care about me type of vibe.
Well, I hope your followers and your listeners do, because like what you do, Mix, is amazing. I think you're doing a great job. Just very, I love the way how you work on just your podcast. It's very very niche, and you found a way to capitalize on it, which is great. A lot of podcasters like me out here, we're trying to find our niche still after like almost 200
Oh
episodes,
my
and
god, don't
still
worry. Like I'm
it's
still there.
still pretty like it's hard to kind of build content, especially with today, with everyone doing it now. Everyone's a podcaster now. Everyone has a
True.
mic now. So, but great, great job to you. And I look forward to more of your episodes. I literally was listening to like one of your new ones today, like more of the Minnesota hauntings today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Mix in the Dark. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Spoiler Force. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for listening or watching on YouTube, and we'll see you on the next episode. So thank you guys so much, and have a great
Right.
day.